shema munyina hawie edeba power 97.9 TV XYZ so Promotional ensema hodo ayabo ano sepem tubem Kasiebo ena yede ebremo ewo odefo February bosimi dete so dunkum fiempimienu ne aduonu enum eda bukuyada Kasiebo bi enam Global FM ewo ho Sharp FM takrade ensoma FM kankwanta Boem FM ewo jazz kan Honorable Kofi Adams Papa bi nabato mpesi asojinya mesampa na nanam afogo so West End Radio ewe lembele KFM kwaza Nkrigi FM Bole Vinci Radio TV ne nyina ewe dunkono fin Rich FM ewe Sinfo so Trinity ewe Bogoso High Radio Bechem Ochi Radio Dambai Wempa Samparendi FM ewe Pusiga Bono FM Sunyane Loud Silence TV Kevin Tella na pam for mo fabi ewo America man emu Ghana hanso wo mo fabi Bono FM Sunyane Radio XYZ 93.1 wo mo wo fidua mo ayi fabi Sunset FM Nyansapo FM Shama wo mo fabi ye wo information center sawodo ye man mu akase boy wo mo enyina fabi ebumfumpa wo mo platforms so Facebook ye Power 979 TV XYZ Bepose mana na manfo come page ewo Facebook a wobenya Kasiebo bi ahwe ewo ho tete link ne ma foforo nsanka bi Kasia ye de bramu emunsem titu ye beto edwa bi ene se
ye kasa ukopiem ewo kofodua ne monten so high court ba ko atena se ma ye kasa imrahye bedwani ma ade hye wo akwati abato mpeso so NS yakumi court na issue warrant se enkopere nchenemra na ene abai ede ehyehyeye egu akwemu sebe ya yebeye national economic dialogue na yadwenju o my Ghana yesikasem ho na no Ghana yema mpani yera John Dramani Mahama ma mpanifo aduasa ba ko ne akira so afene mo swai adwuma wo mo beye ne se obeboa etu mpanifo no se nkrofo wo doubt wo mo adwuma ho mo nkoye adwuma no na yenyisa doubt ne free ho
na eno na Justice Sophia Akufu retired ode etu adwa se wode ne nipadua na kuma mu nyina na adwe nyina ebetu man pene John Dramani Mahama
and a close up for the crata by so one bed demonstration sans a BFNDF registry at the Obia Koha woman in your home. Na one abe cases who said demonstration the Canada Kiochna, a beba so I bind the 1 new year, it was handsome no hoba.
Na what you say asset declaration say yes near mewa mede to a jano and no enya enough as I say yes ya brabo ye bo near yenya ansana yetumia ye japade yenhwehwe no mumu emu first
National Union of Ghana Students NUX force wo tiagu monten so aye chepi kan de tia wa ye ke bone be no mo aye emu nsem wo haire be so mo
ensem no ebika na mo bete ewo Kasiebo yi emu enyimakwa wodo bi boye chidom ne yede ebemu
ewie yemfa seda ma hola Savior Herbal Clinic ya sabia wo bo ase de be ya obi a owo hawo eno ya diabetes hawo stroke na hawo ekrokro bi na atutu wo sisi ebo se edwe wo ye ho hwenye yi a eyafo ne che hola Savior hodi odura wono be hwa mo ho ato obi a epilepsy wo na sokoko na apiepie wo wa ya sabia ene eye wo matena ho shama wo ne Access Bank ni di hwani mo ya frem 0576656658 and 0200623038 ofra wo mo ebeboa amwapom de ho nsem atumi akonkan na ye kanfo Class House Electronics so dia ma se hoye ba bia wo kwa eba eniema papa ye de siesie fie demo offices ma hoye kama e yo ma hwe ho ne wo se electronics nkwa na wo hwehwe de a eniefo ani ehwe Class House fo ahwe ye na ye ma obi washing machines or blenders wo ho iron wo ho sanso na gas cylinders ne fridges nyina wo ho a okwa obenya bi no atu na promotion demo dendenden ya enya asem ketu abomode kɔ ho ne kwaje de se de be ya wonso ubenya promotion mu chefa bi ya fra 059890 2908 059890 2908 ofra empenifo ene ebedin kita ho nsuo mankwa enti ya no nsuo ne nsuo bi anso no ene nsuo X natural mineral water ye no ne ye nsu papa wo no mo ebeboa na SCC wa mo aye kama X we drama so Ghana ha Melcom shops ahodo nyina mo kwa ubenya bi wo ato ya supermarket bi be won so abisa hohwe na ubenya bi ato nya sanso na aba ya tena ye wo number 37 Abebrese Street wo su hanso a ubenya bi wo ha na wato ya frempeni 0596273546 and 0596273547 number si mu bia be free bia no empeni 4 ho a wo mo ebedi so aboa wo ama eniema nyina akoye nyuma ko afoforo bi ka ho bi ena wie yatena sia yesomo
Ewie Kasiebo mokote beka for yade adwane yade somo eyeme be po so hema nana ya fori wa amanfo kwa mai agudie papa bim ladies dembo senafe
amma poma checheku
afe yenye mre na yente kase no emu enchemu kanea ban ya etwa muo my peri akufo ado ne Dr. Mahmudu Baumia womo amo bra papa bia wa mamuo mu eti womo toto ye Ghana yesika sam toto ne basa tete pansam ye edu baby na tese kwuntebe Ghana ye honya kono wa mansemu ye kwose ye kwakope bosi akra tese ye ma ye ne de mamuo na nkrofo ya bebu etru kam edu baby ya se monko International Monetary Fund IMF na monko gyemoa wo se over our dead body say ye beko IMF ye kwakogye den wo ho na Michael Ochebefi wo se an IMF small boys and girls yanko wahu na wamumra meche ye ne yenya wo yememu yes baby economy no eda no so ye nipa no yare kra na so woda ICU enti wo hia sai ye be pa bibia ma no na yasa na yade na waba nkwam wo ma ante ase evi ase na yakopie mu IMF sabre na yesikasam atete apansam ehwo na muhu sai enkwakra ne mrewa ya wo masom ye man Ghana wo mo esika wo mo dia bo aban besia Penny Akufo Addo ne bom yase ye ntwia ye ni bidi mam ya gye nyina saa ne ma ikoso wo ye memu eti my Penny Mahama papa bi wo ba no na amanfo suoma ne pa se de nkrofo ebedi abrode wo ba sikasem wo bebre nanso wo ye my Penny a wo ni so ade hum tikase a wi adwe eti wo mo ede hyehye ye gu akwan mu sem aban no woba abaye dwumadie bi efe no National Economic Dialogue na womo abodwa agege amanfo animdefo womo animdie womo adwenkyere efe economy anase woman ni sikasem eho ekwan ebefa so atoto no ama enkwa atumi aba ye sikasem emu bio wei eye March bosom de to miensa ene enan third and 4th March and I said Dumedi ebeba so Accra International Conference Center yenche ya XYZ ye wo su eti yenche ya ene parliament edi nhwenimu eho and I said Dumedi no ekoso asamti ya wahwehwe se wode ebeto so ene sem resetting Ghana, building the economy we want together eti se ye chechire Ghana yie no economy anase sikasam a ye nyina ye hwehwe ni mokwa se ye benya no ye nyina ye abom ama yedru sa boshe asase no eso we yedwumadi a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wahwehwe se ebeba so na chese animdefo wosikasemu wo ma beboa ensem mu pene ba kwa wabe wosikasem emu entotoye ne enhwehwemu yemu eye Dr. Smart Sapon wachira de wo hwe ni mu kwan wo sa dialogue no emu
Ghana economy no senya ye nyina ye nim no ne fapem no enheda enyina yie nti se topic bi ba se achieving sustainable ne be mu penete se there are points are yetimi achieve but yen sustain na sai ajiego nti sustainability and the way to go nti mesese obia oye interested Ghanaian emomodia so be contribute to this sustainability nkomo a yedi sustainability chese ye be fa suban bi a eye positive sustainability and a positive term. The refer subaya na ya make sure say ebre eko nanim no yentwin free say subaya no. For example, COVID the buy ye fear say oh enema bi a na ye crack refer amano neba. So be person crack wunya enti na ya yenhwe ye ho na yen create bi. Yetimi ye sanitizer, yetimi ye we ye fen wu ngwa bonten fumigation of the market then there will be the new because now almighty COVID to ten kwancha we ni hu ni a we should have sustained the visa.
Eti Dr. Smart Sapon esa mokai no say wono ena wokoye research bi say ena Dr. Baumia bedi nkunimu a ebubo no no ai sesi a nani so atene wan wo ye obi a wabe wo sikasemu enhwehwemu yemu nso wo nimunimudie ena yate ne nkase esa de kane aban no toto ne man ebubo wo mo eti sesi a yehwe nimu kwan say bibi pa bi be free sa forum yi a aban a wote so eye no emu
Yentu Kasiebo no so yebekoma mpani atena ye na ansa na yenko kofodua poema ntemo ne yemra yebeka ya yeto abawie ye ho nsensem bebre no a ene ba ye ma ye tenkra se okwa akwatia ne mpotem we ho nsoso no enema bi akoso kwawie che ye twe ne yese da bi abansa ye ne de MPP amanyoko ma hyebedwani a wo bode ne ba ye no wona adi nkoni wonti na no crossover in se ni waba me ye ne kama ma oguso a wakɔ mra hyebedwafie ni adeade aba ye guso atwe ne nsɛm ne sɛ ne abasa e wo court ne ne kofodua high court 3 amane ne se watena se asetena ni mu no eno odi ato dwase ewura ya kire the contempt of court amene ya issue a bench warrant say baabi o hyebia wo my Ghana amena biye mu no yempene ne nkyene fa no megina mrem na mra no ene no eni ne sɛ de sɛ na efata na sansɛminti ebekwa homa so na ene ama ne bofo ya oto yankrafra poema ntemo Ebenezer Frempon akasa ne abisi sɛ contempt no a yɛde akire papa no ɛho asɛm ankasa ene sɛ ebe oto yanka wie da se na ene Koforidua High Court 3 dia na koso ewo yera yakumi ene omainentem
yo for ni ahwefo be kaya on the 6th of January ana ebeto just eyade a ononya for Henry Boachi abo a kano em la shebigani ema adisia ewo akotia no no anso no 30 franca edema endi tamayukun tem la shebiga ewo afi a twema bato no obi asem koda Koforidua High Court 3 say eyade abato e course di ma boso nde toso enso no eyade a sebe ebiti amanyo korum na shebigani ana se openi odrama ebiti amanyo korum akotia abato mpesula miso ono nyafo NSC akumi eni ebiti amanyo korum epa akoti transfer abato ni mebi ankoye ampa ma nti on court nhwe na omua asem no na afi abato ne be ya akabia na se tun page be edu ni yento abano fufro na sa ensempo editu gape ama eye lawyer na se ma shebigani a lawyer udremu ma eye NSC akumi eye oru agalin ma ko de to court ni se eye first dinner no ebe ya ka court o ma kwan na NSC akumi yen ko so ani no nyam na sibe no nyi na dwuma na court no nhwe na ondi asem na nso eye ya court ka se nya de a ma kwan e se de asema be dan no mu asem se we di ma na se we di phone ti enya de be ma kwan se NSC akumi kom na sibe na onko sai na eno na NSC akumi obi eni ne e ka na ko biom na sibe ma tada na yesu ani nse na shebegani a obejina mama amamfo wa akwatia ye bi kan court bo modia esevo eye ewura NSC akumi sen komra na o meche ni enti a waka se ma ne nko na onko sa mema on tre ni enti a ye ka se ma ne nko onko sa na afakwati kwan so akwa kusa na so ayade NSC akumi amma kota ko pimse ne de ya je de ne na ade se obua asem no content a odi asem no obua asem na and then a lawyer and after MPP amayoko ni 24 ewo eye akwatia bi pie mu anan so eyade court ni kirema eyade asema waka kan sanka ni kwan se okọ na after to kwan mu side ni sem na tibedwani we bu court ni ntienti eyade mranhwe no fe omo nche owura NSC akumimbla na o mejina na ni na after to kwan o mu an for if say content when body we bu court ni ntia it is judge that was na do justice senior amenyeti say omlana after grand police for one can be man can Ghana for den na nhwe na bia NSC akumu bia no omonche no na for mo fan bi dina na so omuan for content no na I don't know tirima eye asama owura heringa abwati ya do eye na se bedwane aka no wa kwatia utirima di sama yokuru de bedan enya sa asem no ana obuan for nemu third court ne ka asema ne nkom na se bedwane nkusa no afa kwati kwan sa kusa no enu mum ana obua webua oba no abese kura webua ne for no ahwe na when them landing ne bi sene a ese na eno achi no eye abato no nsusu aso ne nseme de bekoso aka na bibia nso etimi akọ etimi no ka sei eye police for ewo kampuni man teme Ghana fene na no ehwe se on sabeka owura NSC akudi na face run o ma sande na ba bi gina court na court atemwe wo bia court e de amano
akwatia yete said de emprempren ya na blekuma no of tie so omu ni mra hyebedwani wo mra hyebedwafie kosisi ebedi asem na wie but ono de we ni san hye ne so no ko mra hyebedwama ni ntina contempt ache no no nyesa
pepe ni amba
okay yo enti ye hwe ni mo said da na court ne besa atena se wo sa asem we so brebe na wo se ye nya ne de ne ba na court ne to aso na brebi o menya ne bia court no ebetena sa asem ne so
pepe otemwa for ni sirema Brebi on sabeka ni biano omo fa ne mra na afi on tla asem no na omuano
Benaiza Fremport to Yankrefe or my Ghana Pueman Tebonti, Baby, I was share Yera NS Yakumi, and also Semra Shebe Jamu, Sahin, was Shianoa, get to an incrase. Quarter hwehwe ye the bench warrant to see enko fanem rana yini nasem sanse nsesen ko komra hye bedwam kra me yeso ani in enso akwa me aso ani nti contempt ache no nti womra mebua sansem no na yenko mampani atena ye hone atenkra ese nra empanifo be se duasa ba ko ne achi wo maso afene mo swaye a enei wono mba bebua abetu mampanifo na enra mampani wa bra wo mo so afene mo swaye wie ni wotu wo mofo no chese nkrofo wo doubt wo madwuma no ho ebi kra senka hu hia se be frefre dom abeshi so mo betu mampanifo nti ne ya wo maso afene meswa ye adwuma no wo mo me ne fiko na wo mo a wo mo tirimu ye wo mo na wo mo adwuma ho no wo mo animu na ensem bia mampani kan ni
in demand nothing less than selfless service, constructive dialogue, and unwavering patriotism. Our nation faces complex challenges, including economic distress, social cohesion issues, and the need to strengthen our democratic institutions. In addressing these issues, your voices must be heard not in mere rhetoric, but in insightful, actionable, and transformative guidance that will propel our nation forward. As you take your oath of office today, I urge you to be guided by the principles of integrity, objectivity, and above all, the national interest. Let your deliberations be marked by sincerity, your advice be rooted in wisdom, and your service be inspired by the supreme welfare of the people of Ghana. I also wish to draw attention to heightened expectation of all who serve in public office. Ghanaians have indicated their revulsion for poor governance and have come to expect nothing short of quality administration of their affairs. In recent times, the Council of State has come under criticism from an expectant public who perceive their work as unsatisfactory and merely one designed to rubber stamp executive decisions. Some have even questioned the very relevance of the Council of State and called for it to be scrapped. I hold out hope that your tenure as Council of State members will convince those who may doubt your functional necessity about your importance and put to rest any such perceptions.
Ujagani ya mampeni Yera John Dramani Mahama ni yatene nkane nuwa chida peni ya wanone beshe na watine jemme wa Council of State wamo jume diemo Yera Edward Do Ajaho ononso esha mampeni bwase juma no mube suma mube yeni yie pa no mabwase debe ya na memuo ebe ye die fe die de na Ghana fo ina nsube nya hotone mfaso wumu.
On behalf of Council, that we work as a team. We will support you in the governance structure, in the discharge of our constitutional and statutory responsibilities. It is true, many have questioned the relevance of the Council of State, as you rightly pointed out. Some have even called for its abolition. But I want to assure you that this Council will be a Council of a different. Fortunately, many members of the Council are people I've come across in my public life. Distinguished men and women in their own right. But more importantly, I have hope in this country. And this hope is consistent with your vision of empowering all manner of people, irrespective of their background. And Mr. President, I wish to report that we have 3 young men on this council who are in their 30s.
Usiawe Yera Edward Do Ajaho na ye chairman ya obehwe ama Council of State dwumedie akonkan.
Tama ba kuna na oka no kumi onzo de zen.
Friends NS ya kumi.
Ya kumi no.
She says speaker release ne de ma omo. And because the speaker can so be taking responsibility for omo a ye twe omo ho dare wo court wa ye swe omo ina na anya santi me dey say be a bench warrant ni drew speaker no so obetu one
da omo inaugurate a 9th parliament so no a clerk no
okay
or raise that concern no and ya okumi say near baby bia
okay on one kasa so take responsibility
fanyo mu nyina
okay
so
okay
ese de baby bia or some etiensu enu in
okay ene honorable wadama honorable wadama
bibi nam kwan so ba papa bibi nam kwan so ba hwe gona the day sana emra nyadwuma Ghana no yo na ya wo council of state ensem ya emum kane chief justice ye justice Sophia Akufu na ye council of state members no oka ho esanse emra no HSM chief justice watwamuo yede bi ebetena eye council of state no so nti wono ye no eka ho na wache se hwe na eye wo ho kwan se council of state no ka ho bi enya se bia okogira ba bi kolobi ye momfa menka ho na emomo no waye obi ono ankasa no wotumi sigira ma ne ho wo ho kwan wo sa right no ese wotumi eka council of state eye afutufo no ho bi eti no eno ne de enye boneso ene wo ka se obi a wutu my penny for dear as a so we obi a wankasa no we are independent minded wutu me edwene ma ho obi nkasa ko benkum ansa na wako obi nkasa ko ni fa ansa na wako obi emfa na adwen emma mehya wo so menye say won so menye say da bi wode wo ho eno dan che as so we obi a wudi no kra we are very honest person as a so wutu me yesa eti no bibia ntumi nsesa wa adwen ewo bibi so wudi no kra wo bibia mu wo se wo no so no was se ne ho no wo hwa wo ye obi otesa eti no wo obefi na kuma mu nyina ne nipadua mu nyina na watu his excellency John Dramani Mamafo ama Ghana afa ne ntoma pa afra ye sai wo mo ese council of state members no na wonu nsɛtwɛfo ekasa na ɔde nsɛm ituda.
The Council of State is a body that is supposed to be advising the president. I'm not going to sing his master's voice, so to speak. An advisor does not parrot. An advisor speaks with honesty. An advisor looks to the best interest, not only of the person they are advising, but of the function the person.
When a Kane Chief Justice Sophia Akufu and at Yeteninkan.
Yebeka ya na no February bosme da ya na toso edumiensa enya akrata efe Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana closak for ho ya no omo asem nyina so nyina ye se ye yipani bi de na kopie mo befender registry ya wo mo bonyo so eno nti won mo ka de akira ban se sa ban anyensa kraye wo sa papa no a ye de no akọ na atuatie chenche pa no mo beye ye no achi ne yetenkra ya de free era fellas kwa chefo so won na hwe aban kita odi ensem so ese wo mo ne wo mo akasa amanti ase aye adwuma ese nti yerua no aye kan ho asem ye yi ne de na free ho a ye bebe be foforo ne de na kwa kwhye na boa ama befender registry ni closak for adwuma nyina no etumi akonkan ne nti atuatie bia na strike bia ni ho a ebeba so eba sa ye bonsem hia de ma ban se aban de o ye listening government o tiasem nti kwa ba se o te se closak for so mo tie atua no oni o makasa makoma to ye mafia no peye da sore ya sa tenkra ne biem ye free closak for ho se papa no o mo si enyino no woda so ho a wo ye adwuma eno nti de atuatie no mo ye so china nyame ya adom a wonum ebeye no ejina mu dindinde o mo say the strike is on cheso wo china wo mo ye ni gidigidi pa ya enya semketwa na sanse bi beto fo no ye hu si yewra Felix Kwachofo so ene wasan ne centrofo edi nkita ho a wo cheso da bi enum pempenso ya ye beka se ye tie atua e wo sanse mu ehuna ye ntie ne nkoma odi ye bo ye ho aba Kasiebo emu na no ensem no nchemu ahodo a wo de ba fa sa na monto ehu.
For quite some time, CLOSAG has been engaging government and insisting that the registrar of the births and deaths registry should be removed and replaced by a civil servant. Currently, the registrar there is Mr. Samuel Adumbochi, who was appointed by the president. CLOSAG, however, in spite of their demands, have not been able to indicate which legal basis informs the demand they are making. Government has enormous respect for organized labor, including CLOSAG, and we are willing at every point in time to engage, to dialogue, and find amicable solutions to any impasse or dispute that may arise. we are also very much committed to enhancing the welfare of Ghanaian workers. Indeed, I have only come from the Ministry of Finance, and I'm aware that they are entering negotiations as I speak to determine the minimum wage and the base pay. And this has been done because of government's commitment to ensuring that Ghanaians or Ghanaian workers have decent working conditions. We are also committed to ensuring regulatory compliance so that the work environment for Ghanaian workers is enhanced, is improved, and is one in which they can give off their very best. That said, we also welcome suggestions and opinions from Ghanaian workers through their labor organizations on how we can fine-tune our governance processes. But it must be pointed out that everything that government does must be based on law, must be guided by law. In fact, all of us as Ghanaians are enjoined.
Yeah, fellas, kwachi for su or no and our common penny at ya or yes, swap for your shank it out dear and some so and a buy and come out who do ya would you when you taste what the Sanchi wing abba.
Wasugusu 8 Power TV XYZ. Ebiapem to bem Kasiebo yet one seminal eso na my penny John Dramani Mama, His Excellency. Wotu anamobi ewe my idea my penny okufuadu went to me and you big da enono. Ese wo declare an asset. Nenyama ya wo said ye o mino emra echere ese wo beda na die no wo ye ne saa e wo bedwam ema wo bia hu ye ya tese wo de share wo de ta general nsa ese enie me declare me asset na my point is and I say mo amafamo e wa ba mu nyina no mu nyina mo hwe say mo so mo be declare mo de enu obenem bosim that is the asabako 31st March na obia tumi aye ne de wanya wo de asotwe wo ho ma asotwe ne bi kura ne say ye beyi wadi afri ho esemi amafo abonsam ama no ese o my pene wa ya de wo de ye me enhwe de wo ya de wo ho na wo ka asem nso a wo ye na no na Kane Auditor General Daniel Yao Domelovo wakasa my pene mahama jiwutu wate jiwutu waya adie na emomo no esaya si yetu ketase hyasia ni nyina ye say womo a womo eda oman no enyumakuwa no womo aye abemo empenefo no se wo declare waseta na nya se wawie no na emomo obra na wo bo wanamo ya wo tuo sika eba wo nsam ajapade a wo ye nyina no esase yetumi hu no lifestyle audit as I see it to me ye says will be a year juma ne busumi akatwe bia ye 10,000 Ghana cedis wo ba hwa na chese wono wo tu kwan ya any business class pa na what mu say business class first class na what mu na wo de ko ana sempo no wo be hu ka bia wo demu V8 wo be ya 10 wo so akatwe ye 10,000 Ghana cedis wunya asesika no wo he efie manshi bi pa wo timu na wo toto estate no enya asem ketwa eti wo se sa lifestyle audit ne de ehu hia pa se yesi ye betu ketase hyase ebo ye maimu a ye se obi ese we declare ne asset no eno nye enough honest for Kasai.
It is good to see that the president has declared his assets. I was not too happy seeing the envelope being given to the Auditor General because that goes more or less to support what people have all along been saying, that you put your declaration in an envelope, seal it and give it to the Auditor General, which is not the case anyway. They should have gone through the entire process so that they capture it, because you are supposed to verify the signature and be sure that the form has been properly completed. That at least will have been done, but it was not done. But it's a good gesture or good sign that the president has declared. And the most important thing is that he has given a deadline to his appointees and other public office holders to also declare their assets and liabilities. But to be honest with you, I think 31st of March is too far away, because the Constitution provides that it should be declared before you take office. So you should not be able to give somebody 31st of March. Some will argue that at 550 allows 6 months, but at 550 it at variance or contradicts the Constitution. And I have a letter in my possession which was written by the former Attorney General Gloria Kufu, confirming that the provisions of the provisions of subsection 4.1 of the at 550 contradicts the Constitution. However, we have all been upholding and following that. I'm also happy the president says those who don't declare, he's going to give them a punish or ask them to leave office. I think that should cut across everybody, and I think that will be good. Except that I would like to say this declaration is good. We must add to it, lifestyle audit and the reversal of burden of proof. If we don't do these two things so that we can audit and find out how did you get this money, and we don't do that, people are going to hide their resources or their assets with their families and friends. So everybody who is suspected of being an ally of a political or public office holder must be subjected to lifestyle audit.
Eti Daniel Yao Domilovo Wayakane Auditor General ena yeten nkano na mekwa the lifestyle audit na ebe ye kra enye public officials nkwa yemfa enhye babia ama ebebi asiamanfo e front niema wo manya de social media na maburu no wo mani abre enam kwan bone so epese omo nsunye omo ho bi
eneniema ye da de social media nti na obi ani bre so opese onye sika nti se Odo niema betu dwa me hunu se wo se na awo na afi bedru baabi na niema na wo da na die na nye no na ne wo de be kire ye no a ye hunu se baabi efiri no masa e wo so obebu hu konta de kire
eti se wato danya atoka asakese a na ya hwe waduma wo ye etu a wutua ese se ya hwe Ghana ye reset no eti ye hwe ho nyina nso nka
ho hia pa ye fa se da masolak natural clinic wo mo eboa se de be ya obi a oni awo ana obi a woni ba no ya ma ba kama de ato na so ne nkrofo de awo twa nkrofo mpo okuro mu e na asomasi na na saa wo fro bi ba soma no a se de obesi ase na no atwa wadapa na ye na wo de ne soma no na ye den enti so like se bra ne ma oba e fa to na so me ma no ya na to de bi eta de hye ma se ma na enwo na ebusuafo nyina de ani akosi ma na so ba mema ni bi ho a wo problem no eso chen Ghana de eye kakra pa udu solaka ye be hwe oba ne be ma no hwan no how no e wo ho se mumienu eye ba ko ni aso ano na afia bo ama wo ba liver sem o kidney sem ni nyina wo mbebo to ase ya na na tata ye solaka ne wo so kokomlemle e na be hu o me cha kwa be ko doctor for come anim di for ya wo mo aben wo be consult da doctor Solomon Ankasa be to ne ho na wo nyina bo ne Dr. Mike no de edro chese bibi kwa so ne de ahwe kama alternative ways so e de say ade no mo ye bi ho ntiri nyina no kodro mbeboa sa kwan ne so mo ho ato ye wa lab nti uba edo be famfidie mo ne ehunu hawra ne aso no de ama kokomlemle obe have senior high school ya Fredoko 0553 932631 0553 932631 unya nidi na Chamega Kashwate we your friend win big live large udi ni befu ne ba enjoyment ne so a wa enjoy ni befu na boa ama niema ye correct pa the amount eno aso be star 426 star 5 hash star 426 star 5 hash 5 Ghana 10 Ghana 20 Ghana chese utwa na kese na udi ni bimbimbe utie ya 500,000 Ghana cedis na betumi adi e wo sa promotion we munti wo twa adi twa bio e ya adaka mako nsia so ehu box sini na ya chesika de agum enti utie ye na abo one na se no mu na sika ne befu ni gu a no wadi anya ne saa odi ma memo akwankyere ya be hu wili de obetumi atototo ne ma kama de amount na fe watumi adi ne sharp na wo sene no de hia ne se ne 10% de wudi a o ma ne mo no na watena de kama de ama no ebusia wadi fie du wotwe a obetumi de ho ahye saa nhye mu bi na boy NLA ene characters fo ena akabachi mu a wo modi sa adwuma twa bi nedibi na wansusu won fili pa ebusia nyina we so ne ntwe ho simemra ye ba nsam ne bi akabachi ye de beto aso
Imana we about 3 but brania ko fa krano
Hi my uncle. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, darling.
Mommy, why did you want to come and get me?
Don't worry, I'll come and get you next time, okay?
Ima, Shahana top your tabag back breme. Aha, Ima, pre shop ne wahano. Keso mo tolobi for one to be breme. Ima, Shahana to banchim.
Ah, madam, I don't pursue the Kufiana. When you brother problem, Anna.
It's an person, monsieur, the woofing nine.
And it's an etidia. Young common. I got a new high sense air condition. Sit the airport.
Sir,
no channel, no fault to my brother.
Mati,
my one, I quote to my pay so in the washing, so in
insurance, so much sort of the door.
Oi, me pacha one of no kasa. High sense air condition no beer ni jiho, and no beer pato. Esan say, our gold plated things, high quality copper pipes, eco-friendly gas, and a 4-in-1 filter system. High sense air condition from ano, air clean, and a ensansu nyedede. Your splits, and your floor standing, your standard, and an inverter cooling system. And to say who trending? Ko high sense showroom bia. Every 18th, a copy 28th February. Ya city so say hook and you boom to high sense in there. Nina 5 years manufacturer defense warranty.
Hello, Mira. What do you say? A free 18th, a copy 28th February. High sense for AC.
Bravo!
Wow, and you're back with Toby.
High sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
The share mama kwaba bio edeba Power TV XYZ wiapem tubem Kasiebo song. Yet one seminal a song. Na Ghana and some trofon kabomuku, Ghana journalist. Ye ka difference mtofo nyina so eni pafia bi kuo kitikiti bi wo mo ena e form DJ o pese wo dwan sa ekuo ne kra ye hwa wo ye NDC journalist gina nchen na GJA pania woda no eye Albert Kwabena Jomfo de ato adwa e de kokobo ye mu ode na ama His Excellency John Dramani Mama any NDC abai no ese hwe ensem trofo a ye yo ma yakayaka de ye de ensakeka omo ebu wo mo e wo mama mu mu no mo ya je onu kwa e wo mu yie pam esan say o chese bra my penny John Dramani Mama na abai abreso no ye amane boma komako enwotwe ye fransem trofo a ya bo mo ho e na eba ebeto edwa ye we nyina wo se ebinsi dakra wo Ghana ya bakosemu se my penny bia breso ensem trofo makomako nso ya chi wo maye wo mayakayaka de ensa akeka wo mo no just my penny John Dramani Mama breso pe e na ebi esi ya wo kasem ni esi ye nyina nso akontabo bia ankoso wo mo ye saade no womo enam ho didi free wo bia amfra womo anka womo hwe ese emra no enu wuni eti womo boko consent of nhwem ya wo frɛ ya ase na wo kasem ye ade atese my pene mahama na aduonum wo ne se o se me kind of before say it is also disheartening to note that just about 50 days into the second John Mahama administration, we have witnessed 7 cases of assault against journalists. America Krebi, my penny John Dramani Mahama na by way emu no. Nipa ya buomo a womo yensem trofo. Eye makomako enso ebinsi da enti Albert Kwabena Jomfo se my penny Mama sorry wo kra wo yensem troni eta de enti na wa ban abreso ne ye bebo nsem trofo wo se GJ wo ma enso saa ne ma no so
at time ba no Danny Albert Jomfo en nsem bi atja e de fa Ahmed Swali wuo no ho enra wo mo friends nsem trofo hwemu ena e kwanchefo e de tuja ochi mu se e ade a we kamiaka ko ese Ghana Police Service enwe tai so se wo mo mudi abodofo sem ena afei wo mu kum eye nsem troni Ahmed Swali no wo betumi no wo akogina mra no eni ntia ade a wo no wani echimu e wo ECOWAS community court se ne be ya wo betumi enya atentene e de ama Ahmed Swali ewuo no.
The GJA may seek redress in international forums. In that regard, we serve the notice that if by the end of March 2025, the Ghana Police Service has not come out with something concrete on the investigation, arrest and prosecution of suspects in the murder case, we shall proceed to the Economic Community of West Africa States, ECOWAS, that is in short ECOWAS, Community Court of Justice, to seek resolution of this matter.
Enwechi and Albert Jumfo Esanso Edituja Ochim say, Eya dear Kamiaka Ese will be Pimu Ewa Mine Ghana, Eyan Central for and found with you a Toshima, and no enam so Amasisi, a bonnet Bibrina, and a Eye Wumutu Edeshe, Eyan Central for so Ewa Mine Ghana, a B any Eye or Himi, Tevia Enafi, Erastos, Downco.
We have the Inspector General of Police, the Attorney General, the Minister of Justice, and the President to take in interest in these cases. I must admit that the IGP assured us of his full cooperation going forward and promised to work closely with the GJA and its regional commanders in the regions where some journalists have been attacked.
A GJA president no a GJA no na maka no ensentro kuo kitikiti bi fia bi wo ye ensentro ne power ha ya try say ye tua dues krampo edu ba bi ne ye tua dues enso wo ma amaya anka ho da almost secretary no Kofi Eboa e be hwe me status me de doma amato wonti no me ya NDC journalist awita mu nyina sa na ye de ye omo wo ma amfa ya anka kuo yi nti muka Ghana Journalists Association ya na ye nti ase abadwomfo hwe ensuo na wasimu no wogro ho ebeme no wate ensuo na wasimu no wogro ho ebeme no wo be yesterday yo na ensemi mu na Felix Kwachu Fosu wakasa wo ho yentie no.
Seen instances like that where Ahmed Swali, who was known to have been actively involved in uncovering corruption in football in Ghana, was gunned down in broad daylight. That matter remains outstanding and is yet to be resolved. We've seen instances where Edward Adeti, a reporter for GH1 and Star FM, reported some underhand dealings in the Upper East region, I believe, involving the minister of that region at the time. And for that reason, he had to flee because his life was in danger. He was being threatened by agents, known agents of the state. And there are other examples that we can cite. But if illegal miners attack a journalist, or there's a scuffle and some journalists are robbed up, I don't see how it can be said that we have a situation where journalists are being attacked under President Mama. These are violations of the law which should be reported. So the Ghana Journalists Association has every right to inquire.
Eti we eye Felix Kwachu Fosu okasa ema aban ena ye chene nka no ama wo hu si abo journalist 7
me hu die but me nim die na no Council of State na almost ya abo bi but no kra no me nya hu centroni bi a we basa ye ono na ye bo no
eno no de be hye doma ama wo hu
oh se na Felix ka se so what report my police force will be say because ebi kwa ho a ono ankasa as president no emma to his notice na say as Ghana Journalists Association president say as under his watch as nani onimo yes and we nani an ka ho
kakra wo bedin ti edimrika kuku kwa ba press conference ba ya steady what
ensem no ankasa era Felix Kwachu Fosu kan no sha se free baby say ebi twam a ba bi koyi a no say yeguso se synchrofo wo fa ya esenjofo mo fa tintimu a besi na ye nka ho hwe enti no wo be ka bi say ya
mo be steady na no my pen my friends semjofo baby sa question as a president now wo ka speech wait
was it chocolate so boy didn't
wa hwe
ye ntete so ma
wa hwe ye ni time ma wa
ye bra so na you ye metwas
na ye na na ma jako birthday Accra FM ye ma happy birthday ama wo se oda wasepa
o te wen kra na ma okay
na team ni nyina ye da ma se ku akrant ma da che ma ne mo amaka nyina ye da mo ase ese mota ye chi ma ye den sen ba ye na
we fiata go
okay
we fiata go and Mariam your front desk or no so any birthday. Mariam to so.
Yeah, my happy birthday. Mariam to so.
You no so any birthday, okay.
And na Elizabeth go ne give to us say. One more ACSA my ho ye fair. Na mo kwate beka for awie ye me. Be po so hima. Nana ya fori wa amanfo. Call my agudie papa bi. Ladies, them balls and